Now, we've been talking this entire time about motivation for mastery, and motivation has been a big issue for many people who already know how to do stuff, already have the talent to do things, are exceptionally gifted and skilled. The abilities are there to do the thing, but there is nothing pushing a person to do it. There is no emotion or circumstance that is causing a person to move into action, to take massive action towards achieving their goals. So, where do you find motivation? When you need it. When you need to be motivated, where do you find motivation? Do you look it up in the dictionary? Do you buy as much stuff on motivation as you possibly can? Books, audio courses, video courses? Now, how can I make you move? I don't know you. I love you. I do. I love you. But how can I make you move? How can I force you into taking massive action? How can I activate you without knowing what turns you on, which buttons to push, what makes you tick, what tickles your fancy? Now, I can give you reasons why you should do something, why you should do it. I can give you reasons, and oftentimes when people talk about motivation, they get stuck right there about listing a whole bunch of good reasons. And I don't care if you have 50 reasons listed down, 100 reasons listed down. If the main reason isn't there, then you will not be motivated. What is that main reason? I don't know. I don't know what that main reason is. Like we discussed before, having to pay your bills, having to pay your rent is enough reason to drag yourself up out of the bed every morning early, driving through traffic to get to work. That's enough reason. So someone would say to you, that should be enough motivation right there. Because we equate good reasons for doing things to motivation. And that's just simply not the case. Maybe it should be. I'm not going to make that judgment call against you when I don't know you. I love you, but I don't know you. I can tell you from experience. When you are trying to get up out of the bed to go do something that you hate, you don't have the energy. You feel so drained. You don't feel energetic. So where do you find the motivation to do something that you hate? You can't. Now you can have the willpower to do something that you hate. Again, people equate willpower to motivation. Motivation and willpower are not the same thing. You can find the willpower to do what you hate. But to be extremely motivated, truly motivated, is when you move in a flow state, and it doesn't even matter if you've had little sleep. You may feel tired, but there's a power within you that says, power on, move forward. And you don't even have to you don't even have to psych yourself out to go and do this thing that you love, because you love it. And whether you got paid for it or not, you would still do it. So how do you find motivation? If I can't give it to you, if your parents can't give it to you, if your spiritual leaders can't give it to you, people at school can't give it to you, then where do you find it? Motivation is an inside job. When you have nothing else pushing you, Motivation is that thing that incentivizes you to take action, to move into action. Now, I can give you good reasons, but I can't necessarily give you good incentives when I don't know you. What incentivizes this person may not incentivize that person. So what is the incentive for you? Now, a lot of people don't answer this question truthfully because we want to be noble. That's a good thing, to aspire to be a person with noble character. But the truth of the matter is, sometimes we just want to do stuff because we want the attention on us. And that's incentive enough for some people. How many people are going to see me doing it? Who all gonna know? Sometimes incentive enough is having credit, having your name put on something. That, to some people, that's more incentive than having the actual money. I like money personally, but that's me. I know what motivates me. You have to know what motivates you. What is that thing that drags you down to the ground with the gravitational pull when you think about getting out of the bed to go and do it? What is that thing that causes you to hop right up with much sprite and zeal and enthusiasm to go do it, no matter how much sleep you have had or haven't had, no matter how early in the morning it is, no matter how far of a drive it is, no matter how many haters are going to be there, you are set on fire to do it no matter what. You have to start paying attention to the things that drive you. You have to start noticing what is that thing, or what are those things. Get to know yourself. And I tell you this, I can set the signposts for you, but only you know where it is that you are going, and only you know what is going to incentivize you to get there. Is it the glitz and the glamour that attracts you? Why do you want a successful music career? Is music your purpose in this world, or some other reason? And I'm not here to critique your reasons or to call this reason bad or that reason wrong. All I'm saying, I can offer all the good reasons: take care of your family, give people a reason, have something to dance to. But if that doesn't float your boat, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, you will not be motivated. You have to figure out what incentivizes you. Where do you find motivation? Within. You dig down deep. You drill down, deep down within you, and you pull it up out of you. It's not necessarily about psyching yourself out, but it's about peeling back the layers of who you truly are. And if this isn't what if music isn't who you truly are, then you're wasting your own time anyway, and probably someone else's time clogging up the pipeline. Go do something else. Don't be a musician because your parents were musicians and they're trying to force you to be musicians. Don't do what you hate. No, don't do that. Do what you love. Don't let anything discourage you from doing it. With people saying that you cannot be successful as a music business professional because it's a by chance thing, you got to have something to fall back on. No, don't start off with the defeatist mentality. Start off with the mentality of a conqueror. And when you know that God does not write a check that he cannot cash and that he won't cash, that should help stimulate some motivation right there. You would not have the gifts, talents, abilities, skills innate within you if there was no reason for it within the earth. The gifts that you have aren't necessarily for you. They're for me, and they're for everyone else in the world. You don't have the gift of knowing how to sing so you can sing in the shower to yourself, by yourself. That gift is to share with other people so we can hear you sing, so we can hear you play the piano, so we can hear you play the saxophone, so we can hear you play the guitar. It's not just for you to be in the closet or the basement or the attic somewhere and play music to yourself. That's just going to lead to depression. Let your light shine. And once you get moving, how can I tell you how to get moving? I can't force you to move. I can't activate you to mobilize. I can't make you take massive action. But I will say this. Once you get to moving, there you will feel a stirring. It may not happen right away, but it's like the double down effect that we spoke of earlier. Once you get to digging down deep and everything starts stirring around, you'll be unstoppable. You already are unstoppable, but this will actually prove to you that you're unstoppable because you'll feel it mentally and physically that you're unstoppable. And you are. Now, what I would like for you to do is reassess your goals and consider if you can stretch those goals out a little bit more. Can you raise the bar on those goals a little bit more? Are you okay with being a sardine or a tadpole in a huge ocean as opposed to being a big fish in a small pond? Expand your vision. Dream bigger and stretch your goals. And as you stretch your goals will stretch you. And you will grow into your goals. What it will become of you, the character that you will have to develop to achieve these much bigger, grander, loftier goals is what is going to help stir up the motivation that is within you, and you will take massive action once you get to see how everything stirs up as you get moving. You haven't written a song in several months? Just write half of a song. You know what's going to happen after you write half of a song? You're going to finish that song and then write another song and then another song and then another song and then another song. And now you are in the flow state. Now you don't even need motivation. It's not even a question of dragging yourself to the studio to get the work done. How do you find motivation? Well, I do suggest and recommend that you listen to audio programs, you go to the seminars, you go to the workshops, you buy the books, because it may strike a chord that is within you and something may resonate within you and actually cause you to have an epiphany, a eureka moment. So definitely do that. Continue to wake up with a positive message. Wake up early in the morning with optimism hitting you all around at all sides, because the pessimism, the cynicism, the negativity is going to try to hit you at all sides. So combat that by listening to positive messages every morning as you wake up. When you go to bed, definitely do that. Number 2, stretch your goals out. Because as you stretch your goals will stretch you. You will evolve in your character. And the third way that I would suggest that you find motivation is to look in the mirror. Write down everything you're good at. Forget what you're bad at. Write down everything you're good at. Read those statements to yourself. Look in the mirror and go within. This is motivation for mastery. It's not motivation for apprenticeship. It's motivation for mastery. This isn't just about doing one track or writing a couple of lyrics. This is about taking over. This is about taking dominion. This is about dominating. This is about pulling that giant up out of you and letting yourself show up as who you truly are, as the greatness that you really are, because there is much work for you to do, a great work, but the greatest work starts within. And as you start within with this great work, all types of gifts will flow out of you, including the motivation that you need to take massive action. Where do you find motivation? Develop yourself.